Hey guys, Captain Fructose here, and welcome to Automation, the car company tycoon game. Now, just so you know, this game is still in very early alpha, early access on Steam right now, but what they have in the game already is super cool. I have started a campaign. They still have some bugs they need to work out with the campaign and stuff like that. Multiplayer is still in development. But the sandbox works amazing, and so that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to build a car in sandbox mode. So we're going to develop a new car. You can see there's a few models here that I have made already. So like the Fura, Model 1, Model 2, Model 3, Neon, SRT4, and Satellite GTX, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so those are some of the models I've already built in the game. This game is really cool because you basically design and build every aspect of the car from scratch, which is super cool. If you like building cars, or if you like cars in general, this is a really good game to get. And like I said, very early access right now, and it already has a ton of stuff, so I can't wait to see what else they're going to add to the game. So let's go ahead and get started now. So first things first, we need to decide if we want a front engine, mid-engine, or a rear engine car. I'm a fan of mid-engine because I like high-performance vehicles, and that seems to be what most high-performance vehicles are. I also do like classic cars, and there is a very nice body that's front-engined that looks like a classic car. Like, you can build SUVs, you can build trucks, you can build buses, you can build all kinds of awesome stuff. So like this, like there's this truck here, so you can have like a 4-door truck, we'll do a 2-door truck like that. Like that is freaking cool, and you can add, like, adjust every little aspect of it. So like some places you can't adjust a ton, others you can just a lot more. So, but I mean, still, like, you can extend the cabin, just those. I feel like the cars have a lot more adjustable area than this truck does, but I mean, it's still pretty cool. And you got a car like this, nice little 2-door, like that almost looks like a Miata, I think. It's kind of what it reminds me of, is a little Miata. But I feel like I kind of want to go with like a classic style car in this episode. So I gotta find the right car body, and I'm thinking this is the one I want to go with, because this reminds me of a car I actually used to have, a 1971 Plymouth Satellite, which looks exactly the same as the 1971 Plymouth Roadrunner. And that's what I had, was the Satellite. Looked almost exactly like this. It's just cool. So that's the body I'm going to use for this episode. So let's take that body, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So we can adjust, like, the front end. We can make it, like, bigger, badder, like, whatever. We could bring it back there. But I think I'm going to leave it about like that, where it is now. I will pull out a little bit of a fender flare there, just to add a little bit of decoration to the body of the car. And we'll pull this out a little more, because it's going to need wider rear tires when I'm done with it. We'll put that about there. Let's bring this back just a hair, and that back just a hair like that. We'll slide that back like that. That's looking pretty good, actually. I don't really feel like that needs extended out. That looks bulbous. Okay. Alright. So I feel like that looks good for what we have so far, and I'm going to make it, let's do a space frame. Or actually, this type of car is more of a ladder type frame, and we'll make it out of AHS steel. We'll put the engine as front longitudinal. That means that the engine is facing the front of the car, like where all the belts and everything on the engine are facing towards the radiator of the car. Transverse is like in a front wheel drive car where the engine's turned sideways. So longitudinal is straight forward and backward. Front suspension will do the double wishbone. Rear suspension, I'm going to do a multi-link because that's better performance. Actually, no, I'm going to go, since this is a classic car, I'm going with the classic design. Leaf spring solid axle. And we'll do, let's do partial aluminum body panels on it, because we want to make it light so it goes fast. We're going to turn this into a freaking drag car. Alright, actually, let's just do carbon fiber, because that's going to be the lightest, and that's going to make it go the fastest. So now that we've got that stuff decided, we need to add headlights and grills and taillights and all the little accents we want to put on it. So I'm going to start out with a grill, because I'm going to make this look like a classic, like, Dodge style muscle car, I think. Like an old Charger or something like that. So I need to find me a nice square grill. Actually, I think this one looks really nice. So we'll stick that one in there. Well, we'll see. Maybe. This, actually, let's flip this over. Ooh, I'm liking the way this is looking already. I'm liking this a lot. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bring that back down here. I just wanted to make it wider. Alright, I'm liking the way this is looking so far. So that's our front grille. That looks pretty good. Let's go back to the headlights. We're going to put in these headlights here. Like that. Those are way, way, way too freaking small. So we're going to bring the size up on those a little bit there. We'll bring... Okay, so that looks good there. And then we'll bring in another pair. So it has the dual headlights like that. Maybe. There we go. Right there. Excellent. Very good. Okay, so let's stick out a little farther than I would like. But that's not bad. I'm fine with that. I mean, this game's not perfect, obviously. Like I said, it's going to take a while before it gets up to where it's a finished game. It's still very pre-alpha. So now I'm going to go with the square tail lights. We'll put these in like right here, I think. Yeah, because it won't let me put them any lower. Yeah, so we'll put them in right there. Actually, let's make them silver. Yeah. That'll look much nicer. We'll move those down just a hair. So that's that. And then we'll put in a chrome blinker as well in the back, just like that. Alright, not exactly the best or what I was really, really hoping for. But, I mean, it'll work. Well, we can make it smaller, actually. Let's try that out. Let's make them smaller. Like that. Bring that one over here. And let's add a second set. Oh, that's good. Yep. Oh, wait, no. No, 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 no. I made those red, too. Gosh dang it. Okay, that's fine, though. Because I was going to bring in some more red ones anyway. Okay, we got to make sure these line up good. Okay, there we go. No, 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 no. Keep those red. Those are good. All right, bring in the orange ones. We need blinkers. So we're going to put in some blinkers now. Like that. All right, it's not a perfect setup, but it doesn't look too bad. I mean, they won't let me put them down there, so I got to work with what they'll let me do. Let's go indicators again. We'll put on some round indicators on the front because I'm trying to kind of make it look like what my satellite looked like a little bit. So we'll stick these up like that. All right, and then I need another grill actually because my satellite had a grill right there in between the two front blinkers. So we're gonna go ahead and grab this grill and we'll throw it in right there. Excellent. What if we do this one? Nope, nope, we'll just keep it there. That'll be good. Little extra airflow and stuff like that, so that'll be good. And then oh no, there was indicators, so I need to go back to the indicators, and there was a indicator right about there, I believe. Yep, okay, so we got that indicator. I don't remember if there was one back here, but I'm going to put one in back here just because. I feel like there was, but I could be wrong. This one needs a nice chrome bezel on it. Switch to a chrome bezel. Okay. Alright, so that's that. We do have these vents. They're not the greatest looking vents ever. Actually, that doesn't look half bad. These ones anyway. Some of the other ones, they don't look quite as good as I would like. So, yeah. These ones look pretty good. We'll put these back here. I would like a hood bulge, but that is under the bonnet section. We'll put in this hood bulge, and then we'll extend it. We'll widen it just a hair, and then extend it about there. That looks pretty good. I like that. Alrighty, that's looking pretty good. Excellent. Alright, wings. We will put a wing on it. I could make it like a Daytona. Just put a super tall wing on it. I'll stretch that out to about there. And we can stretch this wider. Let's scoot that up just a hair, actually. Make it bigger. No, that looks weird. I don't like that. I don't like it. Let's do a lower one. No, that was too rounded. It's too rounded. We need one that's less rounded. Sort of. There we go. That looks more like one that they would have on it, actually. At least a little bit more like one. So I'll go with that. Exhausts. We need to have some nice exhausts on this thing. Go ahead and throw them in right there. That looks a little weird. Let's scoot these up just a hair. That looks better. Nice. Dual quad exit exhaust. That is awesome. Okay, badges. We'll put a badge. Not that one, though. Let's do this badge. And we'll put this right on the trunk there. Like that. And then we'll grab another badge. And then my satellite. Oh, wait. I forgot. I gotta click that. Okay. And then my satellite had a badge right about there. So it looks like we need to shrink that down a little bit so it's more rounded. There we go. That looks pretty good, actually. Sweet. Okay, so that is our indicators, our headlights, and all the little accessories for the body and everything like that. So we've got all that stuff put in. We can move on to the next one, choosing paint. This is a hard decision for me. I kind of want to leave it red, although my satellite was yellow. And so I really like the idea of making it like a very like bright, like almost neon greenish yellow. We'll go with that yellow because that's what color my satellite was, and I like that. So, and then we'll do a longitudinal rear wheel drive. All right. So this is the part where we start building the engine. So since it is a classic muscle car, I'm going to go with a V8. We'll put in a magnesium block for weight. We don't want to make it too long because it does have to fit in the engine bay, but we'll make it give it a nice stroke. So that's a 541 cubic inch engine. That's a 541. I mean, we could make it like a 450, which is more of a classic size or classic size of engine, or a more common size of engine for these cars. So actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with a 450 in this one, and we'll make it a modern overhead valve engine because, well, no, let's do pushrod because it's a classic car. I want to do a pushrod engine. We'll do the pushrods for the valves. That'll look good. Head material, we'll do that because it's lighter and it works better. Alright, so now for the internals of the engine, we're going to do a billet steel crankshaft, I-beam titanium for the conrods, and the pistons are going to be lightweight forged pistons, which will be good. Alright, so the compression, I'm going to leave there for now. Cam profile, obviously it's going to be a race car, so we're going to turn that up to race. Now, I want to go with a good style for the valve covers. And I think we're going to go with that color. We'll go with yellow to match the color of the car. That looks pretty good. I like the way that's looking. We will turbocharge it. They don't have a supercharger on here yet, or I would supercharge it. So we'll just do turbo. Ball bearing turbo. Air to water, huge actually, I think produces more horsepower. But we'll see. So we'll do a race. Compressor is a 3.2 inch compressor with a 3.3 inch turbine. AR ratio. Okay, so max boost is 20.34 psi. Let's just do 20.14 psi. That'll work. We'll do carburetor because it is a classic car after all. But we'll do a 4-barrel carburetor and we'll do twin carburetors and race. Intake. Ultimate 100 octane race fuel. Fuel mixture needs to be fairly rich. Ignition timing will be advanced. We need to change this limit up to, we'll do 6,300. And then the headers are going to be short cast. We'll have dual headers. No bypass valves because it'll have no catalytic converter, no muffler, and no second muffler. So now it looks like we've got a few issues. Bottom end part is reducing the reliability and it's starting to reach its RPM limit. So we need to go back through here and figure out what we're doing as far as that goes. So we could lower the compression, which will help with that, but it's reaching its RPM limit. So if we turn the RPM down, that'll help. But also adjusting this will also help, and that should help us to see. That is also increasing. Oh, that's decreasing it now. See, so that actually helped with the issue because we were having pre-detonation. We don't want pre-detonation, and we can adjust the timing up to give us more. Alright, so let's run the dyno on it really quick and see what kind of numbers we get. Alright, go for it. Do it. See if anything limits the size. Okay, that was really loud. So we've got 392 horsepower at the moment, which is not very much, and I'm kind of sad by that, but we can work with that. Let's do a air to water. That'll increase horsepower. Fuel mixture, we can make it richer. Oh, that's making it lower. So that put us at about 700 horsepower right there. Ignition timing, that's lowering it. We want as much horsepower as possible out of this thing. Okay, so that didn't really improve much. Okay. Alright, so that's actually pretty good horsepower numbers for this. If we do a modern overhead valve, that'll actually increase horsepower even more, which should be good. But, like I said, this is a classic style car. So I'm going to go with the classic style. Ooh, that's lowering horsepower. So we want horsepower to sit about right there. Exhaust diameter. It doesn't really look like the exhaust is limiting it much. Let's put that about right there. Okay. So that's looking pretty good. We're at 712 horsepower with 623 pound-feet of torque. So that's what we're going to stick with our engine. So that will stick our engine in. There it is. You can see it there. Our twin turbos down there. Excellent. All right. So we are going to do a sequential gearbox with a double clutch. 7 gears, top speed 94. Pfft. Let's get this up to more of where it should be. Let's do about there. 180 spacing might help a little bit with that. We'll see. Differentials, we'll do an electric limited slip differential, or we could do a manual locker. Now we'll do an electric limited slip differential. Alright, so we want semi-slicks as far as our tire goes. Let's throw on a little bit wider tires. Front ones look good. The rear ones are the ones that are going to need to be wide because that's where all the horsepower is going to be put to the ground. So we want to give it some nice wide rear tires. There we go. That's looking pretty nice. Carbon fiber rims that weigh next to nothing because we want to save weight. We'll do carbon ceramic 6-piston discs that are 100% race, and we'll make them as big as possible. We'll do the same thing with the rear brakes, 6-piston, race pads, and as big as possible. Alright, we want the bottom to create downforce, active wing, and cooling flaps. We do need to provide take some of this airflow from the engine and put it to the brakes to cool our brakes down, because they're going to need it while it's driving around. Alright, seats, we'll just do 2 seats. Basic, none. Power steering, no. Anti-lock, no. Electronic stability control would be probably... No, we won't put that in. This is a race car. We'll put no safety because it's got a roll cage. We'll say it has a roll cage. Springs. Let's do active sport. Dampers, semi-active dampers, passive sway bars, and tune our suspension for race. That's what we want. Race. Ride height, we'll drop the ride height down. That'll make it more aerodynamic and help it achieve higher speeds. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished our car. It's yellow. It looks amazing and gorgeous. And the design, it weighs 3,386 pounds. Wheelbase is 9 feet 4 inches, 712 horsepower. Gorgeous. We can take it on the test track. Detailed stats, drivability, sportiness. Oh, hello.
Overall measure of
drivability. All right, markets. So this is only going to be marketed to luxury? No, GTP. Track premium. This will be a track premium car, obviously, because it's expensive and it's a track car. So let's go ahead and run it on the track and see what happens and see what kind of numbers we get. So let's do this. Okay, so we've got that done. 0 to 60 is 4.5 seconds. 50 miles an hour to 75 miles per hour is 2.3 seconds. Cornering is good, like 1.1 G at 32 miles per hour. Very nice. Weight distribution is 55.9 in the front, 44.1 in the rear, which is not bad considering that I put the engine in the front and everything. So it's a nice car. Quarter mile time, it got to 160 miles an hour at 12.54 seconds, which isn't super fast, but it's still pretty quick. I mean, it's below 13 seconds. So that is our awesome car that we designed. It is gorgeous, and I love to look at it. Look at that beauty. It's gorgeous. And if you guys are interested in the game, it is on Steam. It is about $30 right now, and like I said, it is in very early access, but it still has a lot of awesome stuff in it that you can do. That's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Let me know if you want to see another episode to build another car. We could build like an off-road truck or something like that. But let me know. As always, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful adventure, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys!